Hey guys, today we're talking about balance. Before you get started, once you've downloaded this, just make sure that you saved it as something other than just balance template, because you know what's going to happen there. So I'm going to call it my first name, last name, and then balance, and save it as an Illustrator file. Normally I'd save it in my graphic design folder, but I'm on a different computer, so I'm just saving it to my desktop. Hit save. Okay. All right, getting started. Go to your layers before you do anything else. The layer that has all the text that you're going to need to mess with is on layer 1. So I'm going to click on that layer and unlock it and expand it. And then I'm going to come down and find the right layer. So what is balance? Oh, here it is. Okay, so click on that right there. So I've activated that layer. See how easy that was? That little circle right there. Move this over to the side. Grab the text tool, and I'm in business. I can go ahead and hover over, and you can see I've reactivated the text box. So what is balance? Balance is the equal distribution of visual weight. And I with this presentation, I showed a video that explained that a little bit better, but let's just write that down. The equal distribution of visual weight. All right, moving right along. There are 3 types of balance: symmetrical, asymmetrical, radial. Well, let's go ahead and activate these text box so we can mess with those. So symmetrical is right here. There we go. I've activated the text box by clicking on the little circle. And symmetrical. Symmetrical means it's the same, whoops, on both sides. Asymmetrical is the opposite of symmetrical. So if I click on this right there, activate that, got my text tool. Excellent. Going to click over here. So it's the opposite. In other words, it's not the same on both sides. And radial symmetry is basically where like the symmetry kind of emanates from the center. I'm just going to say that for now. So I'll click on that circle right there, and I'll say symmetry is, oopsie, looks like I did not click on that. Let's see what I did. Let me try that again. Symmetry is radiating from the center. Okay, good times. So as soon as you find examples of these, it'll be kind of obvious on what to do. So far, that's what I've got. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to go online, and I've got so many things open here, but if I type in examples of symmetry, so easy. I love image search. All right, and it gives you tons of them. I mean, this very first one is an exact example of it, right? So it's the same thing on both sides. And symmetry, as you can see, does not have to be like a straight up and down. As you can see, symmetry can be diagonal. It can be across. It's pretty much anything that makes it work. So this one is obviously along a vertical axis, but this one's on a diagonal axis. Is this symmetrical? Absolutely. So please don't think that symmetry has to be straight up and down. This letter D, for example, is showing an example of symmetry. So happen to be a big fan of the Batman, so I can't help myself, hee hee. I'm going to go ahead and drag in the Batman logo. But this is what I want you to do, and I'm not going to show you all 3 of these because you can do this search yourself. Drag in these images, right? And back over here. And I'm going to find 2 examples, just like it said, of symmetry, 2 examples of asymmetrical. So I'm going to take this. Remember, don't just do that because you can stretch it out and it looks kind of weird. Instead, when you shrink this down, hold the shift key so it stays proportionate. But find 2 images online of symmetrical, 2 images of asymmetrical, and 2 images of radial. So that's the directions for the first page.